Welcome. You might not know who I am. You might not know how you got here. So what I like to do is introduce myself. My name is Gabriel Ponce, 26 years old, currently an educator, a coach, and an athlete. What I like doing, in short, is distance running. Now, I've tried my hand at other sports throughout my lifetime. Soccer was a really big part of my life, but since after injuries and so many other life changes, I settled on running. Running has taught me a lot of important life lessons. It's taught me self-discipline, how to be intrinsically motivated, so many other things that came along with the sport of running. And that's really why I'm making this video. What I want to do is just take you into my journey. Now, I know that sounds cliche. I get it. But let's talk a little more about that. Someone very dear to me, someone very lovely behind the camera. That's something I like to get into in later installments to this series. But in short, I've been a runner for some time. I did a little bit of running when I was younger, just for fun. Like I mentioned, I played soccer. But I've been a runner, I would say, for some 10 years. I ran for Cook County High School. That's the city that I'm from, school system that I'm from, right here in the state of Georgia. One of the best states that anyone could be a part of. But with that, just to tell you a little bit more about what exactly it is that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take my running further than I've ever gone before. I consider myself a competitive person. So a lot of people who do sports are. One thing that I like doing is competing in the sport of running. That's something I find a lot of enjoyment in. Not something that I necessarily do year round. I don't always pick up on opportunities to do so. But I'm using this to help me stay accountable. With this series, I would like to take you into pretty much everything, all the logistics, the training, detail it out, what I like to do, the recovery, lifestyle, the diet even, especially the most fun part, the competition. Some might say that you are crazy or maybe even out of your mind for pursuing something so grand and so monumental that they can't even think of it themselves. They can't even envision you achieving that. But that's pretty much what I want to do. I do want to get to a point to where I compete at a high level in running. Now, what exactly that looks like, I'm not sure. That's one of those things I'll have to figure out. But I do have what I would say near specific goals for running. I want to be able to compete in some of the shorter distance races, such as the mile, the 2 mile, the 5K, the 10K, and compete at a high level, maybe even contest with those who go on to compete in the American Olympic qualifiers, those big championship meets that you see on the TV. It'd be fun to be a part of. There is so much more to unpack, but just to keep it short, my final point is this. I will continue making these short format videos, and just to keep it feasible, something that wouldn't be too difficult to keep track of, because like I told you, I got a full plate with a lot of stuff that I do. What I want to do is continue each month to put out one short format video and just give you a little look into what exactly it is that I'm doing to help me attain my goals. I got a lot of people that I look up to. I may not speak about it much, but since I've been so inspired in life, it would be nice to be able to take that and, use it to inspire others. Inspire people in the same way that I've been inspired. Now, a lot of these might sound like cliches, that may sound corny, but I think about this stuff a lot. And I think it's about time, rather than just thinking about it, imagining it, dreaming about it, praying about it, I think what I should do is actually attempt to make it a reality. So, if you feel like this catches your interest, feel free to like, subscribe, even share it. I know I have some people out there who know me, right? And I know I'll have some really great supporters out of that group. But as for everyone else, feel free to follow the journey, and I'll be glad to have you along for the ride. One last thing though, and this is probably the most important thing that I could tell you all day. If you do not know God, that means God does not know you. That is one of the most important things in life. And that's going to be part of every video segment that I make. Okay, so my small piece of encouragement to you today is to read a Bible, seek after God. And when the time is right, when God leads you to repent and believe the gospel, if you have not already done so. We'll catch you in the next one.